The night has already descended upon the deep forest. Can you feel the hush? It is not an empty silence, but a heavy, velvet blanket of protection. The ancient pines have ceased their swaying, standing guard around the perimeter of our sanctuary. Here, under the canopy, the air is cool and still, smelling of damp fern and the rich, resting earth. Before we walk the path, take a moment to prepare your own burrow. Just as a creature of the forest ensures its safety before closing its eyes, ensure your space is secured. Shift your pillows until they cradle you perfectly, turning off any autoplay features so the outside world cannot intrude upon your rest. Perhaps setting a sleep timer to stand watch like a faithful guardian. This is a space of continuity. Even when my voice fades, the safety of this forest will remain, holding you until the morning light. If you wish to plant a seed of support for this journey, you may subscribe to stay close to the path, ensuring you can always find your way back to this tranquility. But for now, the only task remaining is to let go, to let your eyelids grow heavy, and to trust the ground beneath you to hold your weight. Welcome to the deep forest. Tonight, we will walk with the small rabbit. His name was Barnaby, and he was, even by rabbit standards, a creature of profound sensitivity. His fur was the color of dry, sandy earth, allowing him to vanish against the ground. And his ears were long, exceptionally long, and lined with the softest, pinkest velvet. But those ears, they were his gift and his burden. They heard everything. While other rabbits heard only the snap of a twig or the cry of a hawk, Barnaby heard the sigh of the wilting flower. He heard the friction of the clouds rubbing together before a storm. He heard the whispers of the world and to him, the world was a very loud, very overwhelming place. Barnaby's mind was much like his ears, always twitching, always scanning, always bracing for the next sudden noise. He felt that if he could just get away, if he could just find a place where the noise stopped, he would finally be able to rest. So, he began to dig. He found a spot beneath the gnarled roots of a great oak, and he started to tunnel. At first, he dug a sensible burrow, just deep enough to muffle the sound of the crickets. It was cozy. The earth smelled of history and silence. But then, a thunderstorm rolled in. The ground shook. Not deep enough, Barnaby thought, his heart hammering against his ribs. The noise can still find me. So he dug deeper. He pushed the clay behind him with powerful, frantic kicks. He created a new chamber, further down, wrapped in the cool embrace of the bedrock. Here, the thunder was just a dull vibration. Better, he whispered. But soon, the silence of the deep felt heavy. He started to worry about the entrance. What if something came in? What if the wind howled down the shaft? So he dug a curve, then a twist, then a false tunnel to confuse the wind. Barnaby wasn't just building a home anymore. He was building a labyrinth. He was building a wall of earth between his soft heart and the sharp edges of the world. Weeks passed. Barnaby spent his days in the deepest room. It was perfectly dark, perfectly silent, but it was also perfectly lonely. Barnaby sat in the center of his safe, dark room, his sandy fur matted with clay. He was safe from the hawks. He was safe from the thunder. But he was also safe from the sun. He realized, with a shiver that rippled through his tired body, that he was cold. A deep, aching cold that settled in his bones. He wanted to go up, just to feel a patch of sun. But the thought of the exposure, the noise, the openness, it paralyzed him. It is too much up there, he told himself. I will stay here. I will just dig a little deeper. Maybe the warmth is down there. The forest, which holds all things in its roots, felt his shivering. In the wall of Barnaby's deepest room, there was a thick, ancient root of the great oak. It was rough and twisted, pulsating with a slow, steady rhythm. As Barnaby raised his paws to dig again, to run further away, the root seemed to hum. It wasn't a voice like a rabbit's. It was a vibration, a low, resonant sound that travelled through the floor and into Barnaby's paws. Little architect. The root hummed. Barnaby froze. His ears swiveled. You have moved so much earth. Barnaby trembled. I have to, he whispered to the darkness. It is too loud up there. It is too bright. I need to be deeper. Ah, hummed the root. A sound like a cello played in a cavern. Deeper. But tell me, little one, where is the air? Barnaby gasped. He realized his chest was tight. The air down here was stale and thin. And where? The root continued, gently. Is the warmth? Barnaby touched his own cold nose. There is no warmth here, he admitted. Only safety. Is it safety? The root asked. Or is it a cage of your own making? The root didn't scold him. It simply existed, steady, unmoving, connected to the deep earth, but also reaching up. I am deep too, the root hummed. I am buried in the dark, just like you. But I am also drinking the rain. I am also holding the leaves up to the sun. You do not have to choose, little architect. You do not have to be severed to be safe. Barnaby looked at his paws. They were sore. His claws were worn down. He looked at the wall, where he planned to dig further into the void. I don't know how to go back. Barnaby wept softly. The tunnel is too long. You do not have to go back yet. The root soothed. Just stop digging. Barnaby blinked. Stop? Put down the shovel of your fear. The root invited. And lean on me. It was a terrifying thought. To stop working. To stop guarding. But Barnaby was so tired. Slowly, hesitantly, he moved toward the ancient root. He didn't climb up. He wasn't ready for the sun yet. He simply leaned. He pressed his cold, sandy fur against the rough bark of the root. And instantly, he felt it. A hum, a warmth, the life of the tree, flowing down from the sunlit leaves above, travelling through the wood and warming his shivering back. He was still underground. He was still in the quiet. But he was no longer alone. He felt the pulse of the forest. He He tucked his paws beneath him. He let his long, tired ears droop. He realized he didn't need to dig deeper to find peace. He just needed to connect to something that was already holding him. For the first time in a season, Barnaby slept. Not the sleep of exhaustion, but the sleep of being held. And as Barnaby rests against the ancient root, feeling that lifeline of warmth in the dark, perhaps you can recognize that same tiredness within yourself. We all have our own shovels, don't we? We dig tunnels of avoidance. We build walls of distraction, trying to create a distance between ourselves and the things that feel too heavy, too loud, or too demanding. It is a natural instinct to protect the softest parts of ourselves. But just like Barnaby, we sometimes find that in our effort to be safe, we have only succeeded in making ourselves cold. Now, let us gently put down the shovel. You do not have to force yourself back into the bright, noisy world right now. You are safe here in the quiet. But let us change the nature of this quiet. Let us turn it from a place of isolation into a place of connection. Shift your attention to your physical body, your own personal vessel. Imagine that you are nestled there in the semi-darkness, much like the rabbit. Start with your hands, the hands that work so hard to control, to fix, to dig. They may be curled tight, holding on to tension, as if it were a tool you might need. See if you can simply open them. Let the fingers uncurl. Let the palms face upwards, or rest heavily on the mattress. There is no more digging to be done tonight. The earth is stable. The walls are strong enough. Feel a sense of release washing over your wrists, your forearms, a signal being sent to your muscles. At ease, the work is finished. Move your awareness to your shoulders and neck. When we are protecting ourselves, we tend to hunch, pulling our heads down like a turtle, or like a rabbit making itself small. Invite your shoulders to drop. Exhale and imagine the heavy clay of responsibility falling off your back. Let them sink inch by inch down into the support beneath you. You are not holding up the roof of the burrow. The earth holds itself. You are free to simply be. Now, bring your attention to your back, specifically the spine, where it touches the bed. Imagine that your mattress is the great oak root. It is solid. It is ancient. It is grounded. It is capable of bearing your entire weight without struggle. Press your awareness into that point of contact. Feel the support rising up to meet you. You don't have to hold yourself up. You don't have to hover above the surface. Lean into it. Just as Barnaby leaned into the root and found warmth. And let yourself lean into this support. Trust that it has you. Breathe into your chest, into the heart space. This is where the cold of isolation often sits. A tightness, a guarding. Visualize a warm, golden sap flowing from the root beneath you, soaking into your back and gently warming your chest from the inside. With every inhale, feel the space around your heart expanding. You are not trapped in a small, airless room. You are connected. Your breath is the same air that rustles the leaves of the great oak high above. Your heartbeat is in rhythm with the slow, steady pulse of the forest. You are separate from the noise, but you are connected to the life. Let this warmth travel down into your belly, your hips, your legs, the large muscles of the legs, often ready to run, ready to retreat. Tell them, we are staying here. We are resting here. Feel the heaviness of your legs sinking into the bed. Heavy, warm, and still. Like the roots themselves, you are anchoring down, not to hide, but to recharge, to drink in the rest. Imagine the walls of your mind, the walls you built to keep the stress out. You don't need to knock them down, but perhaps you can imagine a small window opening, just a small one, and through that window flows a gentle, fresh breeze. It smells of safety. It smells of peace. It reminds you that you are part of a larger whole. You are not a mistake hiding in the dark. You are a weary traveler who has found a sanctuary. Allow yourself to drift in this feeling of suspended safety. The digging is over. The hiding is over. There is no next tunnel to plan. There is only this moment, this breath, this warmth. You are the rabbit, but you are no longer shivering. You are warm. You are held. And you are deeply, deeply loved by the silence that surrounds you. Drifting deeper, deeper. The shovel is put away. The root holds you fast. You are connected. You are warm. You are safe in the heart of the forest. Good night.